So, you know how sometimes people, they overly attach themselves to certain identities. Like, oh, I am this star sign, I am a Gryffindor, I am INFJ, I'm an ENFP, I am this profession, I am an American, I'm a Latino. Like, there's so many fucking labels that one can put upon themselves, right? And I think there's a certain danger to it that I kind of want to convey. When you overly attach yourself to a certain identity, you actually kind of lose the bigger picture of who you really are, which is not this man-made label you have in your head. It's that you are fucking divine God spark essence from the universal fucking consciousness having this fucking experience, right? And it's like the moment you put a label, oh, I am just an actor, I am just a TikToker, I am just Asian, or da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, all of those things could be great and they could be empowering, but ultimately, your ultimate power is from within, from your God, internal fucking godlike state. And it's like a trap that sometimes people fall into is when they are so afraid of the uncertainty that lies outside of their identity that they cling onto this identity as a way to feel safe and comfortable. And rather than looking for this power from within, they look at it from outside of them, which is of course okay, but it's like ultimately the thing outside of you will never be as powerful as the thing that you ultimately have within deep inside of you. And maybe for some people that's okay, like they don't need to live an infinite fucking life, right? But it's kind of like, well, would you rather have a lot of money, a lot of love, and a lot of excitement, or would you rather have infinite fucking love, money, and excitement, in your life? Like, that's the fucking difference, right? From choosing a really good identity / persona that you really want to embody in this lifetime as as an avatar on this earth, which is completely fucking fine, or do you want to have that, but also have an awareness that, no, you are this infinite fucking self, and that one day you'll be able to make yourself back to this infinite fucking godlike self that you are. And I think having that awareness can be helpful, like, especially if we get overly wrapped up in this fucking identity that we've attached ourselves into to the point we're suffering. It's like, whoa, hold on, chotomate, take a step back and realize, no sir, no ma'am, I am more than just this label, this ego creation that I have created and attached myself to. I am more than that. I am the universe. I am all of that, but yet none of that. I am everything, yet nothing. I am pure neutrality and divinity. So, my dear friends, I love you and I appreciate you and I thank you.
So yesterday somebody asked me, how do I get back to the present moment? It feels like I keep slipping out of the now. And before I got into any sort of techniques, I shared with them a paradigm shift that changed the entire way that I thought about the whole thing. A lot of us think about being in the present moment like we have to focus on this thin sliver of time, the now, and everything else is like past is like a whole bunch and then future's a bunch, but the now is right here. And it becomes this sort of tightrope we're trying to walk. But that's just a reflection of our psychological experience of time. In truth, there's only now. You never experience anything outside of now. So instead of thinking that, oh man, I fell off this thing and then try to focus in and do all that, it's more of a relaxation, a release.
So at the core of every major mystical tradition is this creative force, this energy that rises through our nervous system. And this is awareness, and this awareness is infinitely intelligent. It's the raw essence of life. And it causes us to feel more deeply and become more in tune with intelligence and creativity, because that's what it is. So trauma is held in our nervous system and in microtension throughout the body. Yoga releases this microtension so that we can feel deeper feelings, and then meditation allows us to process that in a safe way and integrate the wisdom that information has to offer. So we can't be afraid to feel these feelings and go into them, because that is what will process the emotion. Crying is doing something about that emotion. Screaming is doing something about the fury and that passion that you have inside. And it will actually unleash to its fullest degree if you're willing to go through the downside.
Throw away the idea that you have to pause your life until you are fully healed.
It's just a different way of being attached to perfection. Real progress happens when you make better decisions in the midst of living.
Hey, if you aren't actively self-reflecting about why you get angry or why you get irritated about certain things, you are just going to walk through life reacting to everything and playing out the patterns of your conditioning. This means that you are not even in the driver's seat. You are just a passenger while your emotions and your triggers are running the show. So reflect, self-examine, take moral inventory constantly. I promise it will improve your quality of life.
You don't actually want to stop overthinking. You want to stop thinking certain thoughts. You see, you can't really stop thinking. Thoughts just happen. They're a bodily function like digesting your food or your heart beating. But in order to stop thinking certain thoughts, you just got to stop giving them so much attention. And you're giving them attention through trying to get rid of them. What you resist persists. So how do you get rid of them? You observe them. Understand that they aren't you and watch them. Imagine your thoughts are like dogs in a park or skaters on an ice rink. And you're there sitting on a bench just watching them.
They say perception is reality, but the reality of perception is that our perception is never reality, because the reality we're perceiving is just a perception of a perceived reality. So in reality, reality could never be perceived because we're locked inside our only perception of it.